So can we just all agree that Ankh has to be played by Angela Lansbury whenever this gets adapted into a TV series? Can that be like a rule or something? Today on Readus Reviews, I review Volume 1 of The Wicked and the Divine. Written by Kieron Gillen, drawn by Jamie McKelvie, and published by Image Comics. So every 90 years, 12 gods are reincarnated into human beings, making up of what is called the Pantheon. And their job is basically to help inspire mankind with their presence, by being like pop stars, public figures, and everything else that involves them quenching their thirst of human worship. One of those humans in question is a girl named Laura, who, after attending a concert of one of the gods, finds herself mixed up in the Pantheon's affairs by trying to prove the innocence of another god she met during that concert, who was framed for the murder of an innocent human. The god in question is Lucifer. But Lucy for short. As far as the story, it was good. I'm not even going to build up for suspense. This story was good. I feel that it did a good job explaining why the gods were present, along with who was chosen to be their vessels and explaining what they can, cannot, should, and should not do. At first I felt that I wasn't going to like the fact that the story starts off with the gods already established in our world, but as I was reading I found out that the story did a good job of finding a middle ground between two different extremes. The extreme of not explaining everything right away, and the extreme of getting a sudden info dump. The fact that the story was able to find the good middle ground to enjoy the story as it goes, I thought was commendable. I feel this is a good segue into the characters that stood out to me the most, starting with Laura. In a way, as I was reading the story, Laura reminded me of Albert Morcerf from Gankutsuo, the Count of Monte Cristo. I feel that us learning about the gods through her eyes was a pretty smart move. Mostly because I feel that we can appreciate the sense of wonder and power that she imposes on these figures because she idolizes them so much. Lucy is my favorite god in this arc. I really do appreciate that they focus on the rebellion aspect of the figure. Mostly because a lot of the pieces that I've read in the past only focus on Lucifer being the bad guy. Her attitude was great, her wit was flawless, and her aesthetics were on point. And speaking of aesthetics, I fucking love Morgan. I just loved everything about this character the moment she first spoke and the moment I first saw her outfit. I really do hate that she wasn't in this arc more, but the scenes that she was in, she grabbed my attention. As far as Cassandra is concerned, I'm not gonna lie, I went into this thinking I was not going to like her. And that's because usually skeptic characters in stories like this piss me the fuck off. But she's a reasonable skeptic, and one that I thought worked very well with Laura during the investigation bits. She also has layers to her, and I'm very interested in seeing how many she has. So of course the pros go without saying. The art and design is just fantastic. I love the pacing of both the information that we got about how the universe works and the overall aspect of the storytelling. I also love the overall representation of people of color in this book, and the overall integration of normalizing the LGBTQ+ community in this book. But if I were to nitpick about one thing, I would have to say that my only complaint is that I would have liked for the male-bodied gods to be just as innovative and independently chic and aesthetically pleasing as the female-bodied gods. Then again, that might change in future volumes. So overall, yeah, this was a very pleasant read. I really enjoyed this. I love the overall concept. I love the conflict in the story caused by the concept. And after finishing the book, I'm pretty much invested in this series now. However, I am surprised that the printed asking price for this volume is $10. I would at least say that it's worth $15. With that being said, I definitely recommend you go pick it up if it's up your alley, even if it's not on sale. So with that, readers, your homework assignment for the day. Are you currently reading The Wicked and the Divine? If you are, how are you enjoying it? If this is your first time hearing about the comic book series, do you think you might pick it up after watching this review? Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. But until then, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed.